Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. Today we are going to make this Happy Birthday You Really Are the Best card using the In Bloom set. Now I started off thinking I haven't used this set. I really do need to try it and make a nice big floral card. But a funny thing happened on the way to making that card. I took out the stem and I thought I could just do a pattern in different colors and just put the happy birthday on it. And this would be a great card for a youngster's birthday. You could change it up and use all of your Mary Merlots and early espressos and soft suedes and that and make it a masculine card. You could use your new in colors, the polished pink, the fresh freesia, the soft succulent, and make it a really great card for a lady in your life. Or you could do it softer like this as more of a younger card. So I made this one and I looked at it and I thought, oh, the happy birthday doesn't really stand out very brightly. So I'm going to, when I make this sample, I'm going to actually use the rectangle stitch die to cut out a mat for the greeting. So let's go ahead and make this card. I have got a pool party card base with a 5 1/4 by 4 white cardstock card front. The colors I used are Pool Party, Blushing Bride, and Pear Pizzazz. All I did is I took the stem and I took the ink and I just started laying out the stems. And I just came in, kind of offset them. I kind of had an idea to create more of a plaid look, but when I got into it, I really enjoyed the way this looked. So I didn't do the plaid look on it. And I have a feeling that every single time I do this card, it is going to look completely different. So let's just carry on. You're going to need to clean your stamp every time in between. And I turned the stamp over as well. So I'm using it in different directions. And I'm just adding it in. Simple as that. Putting it where I think it needs a little bit more or a little bit less. And then I'm going to come in, and I did one color at a time. Even if I came back in a different direction, I just used one color at a time so that I could see what was happening. Now, when I came in with the Blushing Bride, I came in at an angle, just like this, to give a little bit different direction to the card, like this. And, you know, you can come in and you can do a couple, whichever way you like. I need to come back in with the Pool Party and do the crisscrosses the other way. And then we can see what it looks like. If we're happy with it, we leave it. If we're not happy with it, we carry on and keep adding color. So I've taken the greeting off because I realized it was probably a little bit difficult to see through. So I'm now going to cross hatch this. So I'm going to come in at a different direction and cross over those Blushing Bride lines that I just did. So it adds some interest to it. Now, to me, it still kind of looks a little bit plain. I didn't need to do that. I'm going to come back in with some more of the Blushing Bride and go across with the Blushing Bride. Like I say, it seems a little bit empty. So I'm going to come back in and add some of the Blushing Bride in. You can just keep adding things in until you're happy. It's your card, your colors, however you choose to do it. I was just, you know, a funny thing happened on the way to making a card. So I think I'm happy with the color in there now. So I'm going to take the stem off, and I'm going to put the greeting back on. And I did the greeting in the pool party to match the card base. So I'm just going to put that off to the side. And I do have a bit of a shadow here where I rocked the stamp block, but that's right where I'm going to put the greeting. So life is good. So we're going to stamp that down, lift it up. And the greeting is from the In Bloom set as well. So it's just the one stamp set. We just need to cut everything out now. So we are going to layer up the dies. And if you want to, you can use sticky notes to hold the dies in place. If you've got a magnetic base, this is a really good time to use the magnetic base. If you don't have a magnetic base, you don't need to have one. You just kind of need to make sure that you've got some sticky notes. This one, it just needs to stay on the piece of paper. We don't need it to specifically be directional. So we're just going to lay this down, sandwich it up, and put it through the machine. And then we will layer that up and dimensionalize it onto the front of the card, and the card is finished. So super quick, super easy. You can use whatever colors it's just, the possibilities are endless on this one, and I am just thrilled to bits. I will try again to make a floral card with it. Best laid plans. But I really am intrigued with how this one turned out. So it's almost, I want to call it confetti, but it's not confetti because it's stripes instead of dots. But that's what it makes me think of is, you know, confetti or streamers popping everywhere. So let's build the card. I'm just going to use my Stampin' Seal and oh, am I out of Stampin' Seal? Nope, not quite. I'm just going to place this on the front of the card and center it, drop it down, use some dimensionals on the back of the greeting, and then we can see the difference between putting the mat in behind the greeting or not. So let's just place that in the center there. Make sure it's lined up, which is going to be a challenge with all the squiggly lines. And that is the Happy Birthday, You Really Are the Best card using the In Bloom set. So I just used the greeting and the stem. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you're as amused by this card as I am, and we will see you next time.